Hey, how's it going, guys? Supreme Total War here. Today I have another online battle for you, and I'm playing as Bretonnia again. It's going to be a bit of a Bretonian week. I don't know why, but for some reason I've just been playing Bretonnia so much recently. I think it's because I never really played them before, like not all that much, and I was just kind of looking for a new faction to play as, and yeah, Bretonnia I played the least as. So I'm bringing. I don't know how I feel about my build. I brought the armor piercing infantry and then went for some cheaper cavalry, just 3 Knights of the Realm. But my enemy actually, he brought a weird build. He brought just like some fairly elite infantry mixed with some biggins, um, 2 catapults, 2 goblobbers, trolls, squigs, giant. I didn't think the giant was a very good pick against Bretonnia. I mean, it does cause terror and stuff like that, so it will rout my troops, but against Bretonnia with the cheap archers, I think all Bretonnia's infantry has anti-large. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about the giant being brought, but the Black Orcs might have been overkill. I'm not sure about his army, but we'll see. I did bring the traditional flying squad here. So that's also why I didn't bring very much cav. Just got the 3 Knights of the Realm. I like Knights of the Realm. They look really cool. They look more like your traditional medieval style cavalry compared to other units in this game that are very fantasy. I've got my armor piercing halberds. Keeping my men fairly spread out because of the artillery crashing down. He's got some trolls up here. His giant. The Crimson Killas. That's going to be a tough unit. Black Orcs are really armored too, so they're not going to take too much damage from my bows, but I mean, I've got a nice line of them back here. Let's watch a volley come in. Yeah, he's getting some nice hits there. I think both of his units of catapults are firing down on this unit here. To be honest, I think he should have gone for my bows. His infantry is going to beat mine anyways, so it's just my bows he doesn't really have an answer for. But he's definitely doing some damage. Let's see. Oh, yeah. They're down to about half, but he hasn't hit any other units, so it's probably going to be a problem. He's got his trolls going up first. Trolls should, in my opinion, they should come in after your infantry, just because their leadership is low. Plus, I have the anti-large bonus on all my men. I've got my cav on the flanks. Now, this did start fast. Okay, what I missed here was he had these night goblins just a little bit away from the rest of his army, and I was able to get a nice little charge into them with the Knights of the Realm, because I knew Knights of the Realm would do good damage to them, and that would be one more unit off the field, and he's not going to be able to get to me in time. They were just slightly away from the rest of his army, just enough for me to get that free charge. As you can see, his trolls already get fired on, losing a good amount of damage. Wow. Here comes a mix of giants, squigs, and trolls, but they're getting hit hard before they even get to my lines. Oh, there comes a foot of Gork all over my... Look, they just completely cut a hole in my troops. Wow. Still firing on him with my giant, though. I mean, still firing at his giant with my archers, though. And that's going to be... Yeah, look at his giant already taking significant damage. Let's slow it down for a second. As you can see, the front lines are clashing. He's got his big ends in here. My lines will hold, but I don't know for how long, especially right in here. But they've already broken in here. They're getting hit by the goblobber. His giant is trying to get to my bows. I see why. His giant has already lost like 2/3 of his health. Wow, he's being taken down. The squigs already being routed off the field. His orc shaman, for some reason, is in melee. I don't know why, but now here comes a big wave of orcs. And that's going to break right through my line. Up here, I've attacked his artillery with my flying squad. My knights are lining up for some rear charges, and yeah, he doesn't really have anything to protect his rear, so I'm just kind of lining up with my Knights of the Realm, who have a pretty nice charge bonus, and oh, that's a nice charge right into the back of them. So he did tie down one of my archers, but the rest of my archers are going to continue firing. He's breaking through my lines, which is, you know, I prepared for that. I knew it would happen. My infantry just hold them in place so my other units can get the damage done. Right here I was a little slow. I mean, I'm just wasting time that I could have been getting significant charges here. I'm holding up this unit of biggins here from flanking me. Here we go. I finally decided to charge in. This is going to be a nice little downhill charge. Just shredding them. Over here, again, into the Crimson Killers. Down goes the giant. My bows took him out. So at this point, he just doesn't have enough to catch me, and he didn't have anything to protect him from those rear charges, which are really punishing him. And at this point, he's tied down with my just one unit of infantry is holding long enough to tie down all this for my archers, my cav, for everything to just damage this big blob here. Over here, even now that this unit is free, it's going to be getting fired on those 2 units of archers. Knights of the Realm have taken some damage, but not nearly enough. You can see archers are still firing down on them, firing into this blob as well. I sent both my paladins in to just fight in melee here, just so I can hold this in place a little bit longer. Here comes a nice little charge. Yeah, just continuously getting charged like this is just going to wear them down. Let's see what's going on. He's got his Crimson Killers with his Orc Shaman. He's bringing his artillery crew, not to mount up, but just into the battle. And his units start to rout. Look at all that archer fire, though. This is why I love Bretonnia. It can be hard to counter them sometimes because of their cheap bows and stuff. So now my halberd infantry is holding what's left of him in place, which is Grimgore routing and some night goblins. And that's pretty much it. The rest of his army shatters. And that's a victory. Yeah, he didn't really have anything to counter my bows. What is still holding here? Night goblins. Yeah, it's the regiment of renown, night goblins. And they're fighting against... Oh, Leon Kerr just ripped them in half. Yeah, he really didn't have anything to answer. I mean, when you're going up against Bretonnia, a lot of people like to bring really good infantry because they know it'll do well. But it's kind of overkill to bring Crimson Killers and Black Orcs and stuff like that. Like, if you just brought all biggins, or even less, you would have been able to kill men-at-arms polearms. So yeah, you need to really bring cheaper infantry and put that money towards, you know, things that are going to take out my bows. Like if he brought a bunch of squigs, like a couple more, so that he could get around my Knights of the Realm, or even Wolf Riders. Wolf Riders are cheap and they can take down skirmishers really easily, because my cavalry wouldn't have been able to catch them. But Giant was a poor choice here. Bretonnia always has anti-large. They always have bows. Yeah, so his Giant got wrecked. He got some kills. Trolls got wrecked. He just didn't have enough to answer Bretonnia. But anyways, it was a good battle. It was fun. You're going to be seeing a lot more Bretonnia in the next week. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. See you later.